Hello guys, welcome. This is Cosmos from CashFX Empire and welcome to a weekly watch list. And this time we're mostly looking at indices as opposed to currency pairs. We only have one currency pair on our chart, that is on our watch list, that is Euro USD, and we're looking on it together with the confluence of DXY. And basically what we have on our chart is as you can see, we only have indices on our chart. On our watch list this week we have NAS 100, US 30, US 500, GER 30, as well as gold. Oh wow, we have gold as well on our watch list. And these are the things we're looking at, these are the instruments we're looking to trade this week, the 7th of December, Monday the 7th of December 2020. As we prepare for bank holidays to come in, let's utilize what we have right now on the plate. And this is the main reason why we're trading indices, for much volatility on the market. So to kick it off, we have NAS 100 as our first index on analysis. I've already done much of the work, and we saw from last week we've been uptrending. We broke the previous market structure high, which was very prominent this time, and we saw after a break, we saw a retest into this range, and price has been ranging and rallying up more of in a, I would call this in a triangle. As you can see, price has been rallying up like this. We are bullish even this week, but price doesn't move in a straight line, so we are really anticipating, especially after a break of a very prominent high, we anticipate the retracement. So we're looking to trade this retracement if possible. If market gives us an entry, we're looking to trade this retracement. Although on the other side, we already have this buy setup which is happening right now. We were buying this last week, and we anticipated price to continue because we saw Nasdaq creating recent new highs, and that to us is a very interesting factor. But we already saw a very good setup last week. Before market closed, we saw market take out the same liquidity that it created, and a break below structure here, just creating a shift in momentum on the H1. But put it in mind, this setup is actually off the higher time frame premise. We're coming from the H4, and this is initially what we're looking at. This trade, why we said we're bullish this week also, it's because we're coming from this highlight here, this market structure high and this market structure low. This is what we're trading, and this is a setup that we are trading. You see, we started our entries from here, and we saw our take profit 1 being hit on higher time frame. Then price has come between this take profit 1 and take profit 2. So we're looking to take out this level possibly, and this is somewhere 12692.2, somewhere there. That's where we're looking to go. But before price goes, we are anticipating, because this has been a very scruffy move, we anticipate a retracement possibly before price continues rallying up. And with that, we've already targeted our areas where we possibly anticipate the price to come back in, and the first one being this level and the second one being this level. These are more prominent areas we're looking to trade from, but we're also looking to trade from this level to see price come back into this range. So we're looking to sell this possibly into this range before we can come and buy it, or into this range before we can come and buy it. So these are the levels we're looking to trade from this week beginning. But there's also a possibility of price just continuing to rally up, because we've already seen this setup which is trading off from this bullish order block. We see price going to rally up, and that's what we're looking at. So that's it for NAS 100 right now. That's what we're expecting, and we are going to make setups as soon as market opens. So look out for those setups in the channel. Remember to subscribe and be part of our trading family. Aside from that, we're looking at US 30, a similar scenario on US 30. basically we saw a takeout of this market structure high, but one funny thing and important thing is that price failed to close above. You see the candles failing to close above this market structure high. To us, very important. This is just a liquidity take out, and we anticipate possibly a break below market structure here, which will confirm to us that price is shifting momentum. But overall, we are bullish on this one too, because we're trading off from this level. We are also looking at almost the same structure that we had on NAS 100, where we're trading this hard time frame setup. We entered right here, and we see price hitting the first take profit, which is Bay Trader 1, and almost hitting take profit 2. So we're looking for this level to be taken out, and this is 30,250. We're looking forward to taking out this level, but before that, we know price doesn't move in a straight line. We're anticipating a retracement back into this range between this market structure high and this market structure low, possibly. And if that were to happen, we're looking for price to come back either into this range to trade it and buy it and continue this move. So we're looking to sell this if a setup is established, that is after a break below this market structure fractal low here, and price coming back into origin to give us a very good entry. That is if that happens. So we keep in mind that we don't trade what we want, we trade what market gives us. So we're always going to be looking at market. As we can see, this has been a very good setup and price action play out, because we saw very prominent happenings in the market. So price breaking above this market structure and coming to retest it and creating another setup scenario inside the same H1 bullish order block, and giving us another entry right here in this H1 bullish order block, and another re-entry in this bullish order block. And price has been bullish the whole lot of last week, and so we look to continue that same scenario, but we know price really doesn't move in a straight line. So we're looking to be there when that retracement begins to happen back into this range, then we can see ourselves buying ourselves up if price gives us what we expect. Aside from that, we're looking at US 500, S&P 500, and almost the same scenario that we have on US 30. We see price, giving us a very good clean price action. Market structure highs being created, market structure lows being created, and market structure highs being taken out, and very good clean setups all coming from the H4. We saw this prominent high being taken out last week, and very clean move telling us that price really doesn't want low prices. It wants high prices, but as we wait for that, we know exactly price doesn't move in a straight line. As we're given these entries from here, liquid take out, retest, we enter here. So we're looking to trade from somewhere here, possibly if price will be able to retrace. But these are the levels we're looking at right now. These are the levels we're looking to trade from if we're to continue a bullish momentum. But right now, we're standing in between this premium and discount. This is our range. Wherever price will break, that's where we decide to go. We trade what price tells us, not what we think. So we're waiting for a break in market structure right here. If this happens, then we're going to have a very good setup to trade from, selling this into this range before we can come and sell it and buy it if we're to maintain a bullish momentum that we were given last week. So that's what we have on US 30, US 500. So be there when we send signals, because we send anytime we see a very proper signal. We don't trade anyhow, we trade what market gives us. GER30 as well, very clean setup. That is very clean market movement. This guy, we created a very new high here, but overall we're under. If you look at the overall, we're looking to go to this level here. This is the level we're looking to go to. So before we continue, we need to buy. We need to have this very good setup for us to continue with this move. But when we look down to the H1, this is our setups that we have. This is what we're looking at as market structure plays out. Clean. This is where we saw last week. Price has been ranging, going down into this level. Price has found itself into this bullish OB, which is from the H4, giving us a very clean reversal back into this range between this market structure high and market structure low. and we saw price trading off very cleanly inside these ranges, liquidity taking out from the upside, and then we saw a break in market structure to the upside, price telling us exactly where it wants to go. But before it goes, it had to come back into this range where we saw our entries. And when we look down to the M15, this is where we have so many clean setups happening. This is what we're looking at. Okay, so this is where we're looking at. We saw price break structure right here with a clean move, but before that we also saw price making another market structure break right here and coming back into this range. This was our buy setup, very clean buy setup, and we've been buying ourselves up. And the only barrier we have was the previous LP from last week, from the previous week which was created by this same LP. So we've tapped some LPs right here, which is a very good resistance level. So price came to it, fell to break above, again it came, fell to break above, again it came, fell to break above. This is on the M15, and on the other hand we have wicks being left here. So the probability of price coming down to this level to take out this liquidity is so high also. So we anticipate anything that price will tell us, especially being a Monday when price decides where to go, we'll wait for that. So we have this market structure high, very prominent liquidity area. Together with these areas, we can look out to take this out, or this one down here, down into this order block. So we'll trade whatever market gives us, but right now the only targets we have are these. We want to take out this market structure high, then we will dive back into this breaker right here, which is on the H4. We're looking to meet this market structure high if possible, and then we can continue to the level that we thought or we think price might project. So even if I use the term think, we do not trade what we think, we will trade exactly what the market will tell us, but we only anticipate. So this is what we have on GER30 on the M15 time frame. This was a very good setup last week, gave us 3 positions to enter, the first one being here, the second and the third one being here, and we're looking to take out these market structure highs before market can clearly continue going up or reverses back into this order block. So that's what we have on GE30, and this is a very clean setup that we're looking at right now. As you can see, very clean price action, though to many people they say this thing is choppy, but to us this is so sweet of a price action. Okay, so on the other hand we also have God. We started looking at this from the daily. We saw God rally down, it was a very rally down, and last week we saw God making a retracement, but in as much as we are looking at those things, this is the overall structure that we're respecting. I anticipate God might just break above, continue with its bullish momentum. So this is what we're looking at. These are the setups that we're looking at. We saw liquidity being taken out here, price leaving a bullish order block here, which is a daily order block, breaking structure to the upside. A very clean scenario to tell us where price really wants to go. But we have barriers on the other hand. We have the daily bearish order block, as well as the H4. When we got down to the H4, we saw how price was coming down, giving us very good entries. Price comes down, breaks liquid market structure, a good entry here, stacked inside. So we saw a stacking of LPs right in this level, the first one being this one in this order block, bearish order block. So price coming back here, taking out liquidity, breaking below, then coming back again, taking out liquidity, breaking below, then coming back again, taking out liquidity, breaking below. Price hasn't come back yet, so we anticipate anything that price will tell us, and that's what we're going to trade. When we go down to the H4, this is how price is looking right now. Very clean price action on God. We saw a very clear breaking market structure right here, and price broken was due to this order block. So possibly we might see a revisit of this order block later in the future, and also this H4 bullish order block later in the future. So the two probabilities happening right now is price after taking out liquidity. We've already seen on the H1 there's a broken market structure right here. We can anticipate a reversal back into this level to gain to have a very good entry or to continue the move down. You know, anything is possible because we've seen very strong rally down here, strong momentum on the bearish side, but price has broken structure right here and here. A very clean scenario telling us that price is wanting higher prices now more than it needs lower prices. So whatever market projects is what we're looking to trade, but these are the barriers that we already are looking at, supply and demand areas that are going to trade from in case price goes whichever direction it chooses to go. On Monday, remember, we don't trade mostly, we wait for price to give us direction, but if anything happens, that's what we're looking at. So on gold, we already have a liquid takeout here and a breaking market structure. Price came to revisit, so this is already a happening setup on the buy side, but we're also looking on the sell side where the probability of price coming back into this range is also high. But if it doesn't, we see it coming back to this bearish order block, then continues with whatever move it wants to make. So that's what we're looking at this week. We're looking mostly at indices, and then gold found itself on this watch list this week. So that's what we have for today and for this week, guys. For signals and setup, do well to join our signals group. Mostly free setups and all those things, but we also have a VIP channel for those willing to learn how to trade like us. So that's it from me, guys. It's been Cosmos from Cash FX Empire. You have a very good trading week and enjoy your journey and profits. So basically that's all, guys.